Let's get to the bottom of this one. Unspoken truths that I miss one. Tap into the minds of the people, rather acknowledge before I dismiss one. Atheists, Muslim, Christians, Buddhists, they all got usage. All got perspective, it's a collective. Get to the bottom where the truth is. With our hearts uncovered. Where you detox from all of the lies you smothered. What them tries could have killed you, but with faith you recover. Yup. Peel off the makeup, we finna take off. Never said it'd be a cakewalk. Meditate till we charged up. Execute goes regardless. Decalcify my pineal. Breaking language barriers, we saw millennials. Planets passing age rotations, down me we owe. So down me we know. Sometimes we can't be slow, that's why my ears open. Every drop you add could complete the ocean. Speak up, play your part too. Been vulnerable, it's so hard to reflect on all the Jews like taught you. It's on you, tell the truth.
Oh, I'm here, don't worry.
Hi, everybody. I'm Kimberly with Unseen Twisted Truths. We are the People's Podcast. This is my co-host, Henry. And this is Keith Bobby. I appreciate you. You don't know how much I appreciate you this last minute.
Thank you so much, sir.
Can you hear us?
I don't think you can hear us.
Can you hear us? Check your mic at the front.
Either that or my bandana's too pink.
I don't know where Montez is. He thought he could join with that thing. With that, I kept telling him he couldn't, but nonetheless, let's see.
We shall see. No audio.
I'm calling him.
Keith Bobby, he said.
He's from Keith Bobby.
I didn't have time to research. Actually, I didn't have time to do anything.
No, it just happened.
Cold on this one, but that's cool because that gives us a chance to explain.
Well, hopefully he comes back on though, and then it looks like Montez ain't answering. So,
well, hi, Kimberly.
Montez, hi. So, what happened was our guest said that he couldn't get off of work, that he got called into work and he couldn't get off.
That happens. We'll have to have him back.
Yeah.
Mr. Hunter there? Eric Hunter?
Yeah.
I did get a chance to check some of his stuff out too. Really great R&B musician. Singer. Very cool stuff. And then, sorry everybody. Everybody at home, this is the technological difficulties part of it.
It is. See, so what happened was we had few people set up to come on, like normal. And everything was supposed to flow like it's supposed to. Well, things just don't flow like they're supposed to when they're supposed to sometimes. So we're just going to wing it. Keith Bob came on really super fast. He may come back. I'm thinking he may come back. It might be a technical thing. I don't know where he's located.
Okay. Hopefully not Maui. I wanted to make
Here he is. Here he is.
Is he coming back?
Yeah.
There's some big wildfires or something going on in Maui I just saw online. So if you got friends and family there, check up on them. Really crazy. Welcome back, Keith. Can you hear us?
Oh,
Can you hear
I
us?
do.
Where are you located?
I do.
Where are you located? Where are you located?
I'm looking at nothing.
No, where are you located? Where do you live? Nigeria?
Huh?
Where do you live?
I think we got some lag going on. What's your geographic location, Keith?
I'm having a poor connection.
Where do you live?
Bukanisha.
Bocanisha?
I'm having
That's
a
what
poor
I think. I think.
connection. Yeah.
Okay, we got some mad lag going on. Well, welcome to our podcast.
Thank you for coming on.
How are things there?
How you doing?
We're doing well. We are doing well. How are things over
Oh,
there?
that's good. That's good.
Yeah, there's a little lag. It's okay.
Doing great.
Good.
Everything's doing
So
great.
he does cartoon images and logos.
Really?
Yeah.
How can we get some of those, Keith? I'd love to see those. Maybe we can pull some
Yeah,
up.
you
Oh,
can come to my DM. Yeah. I posted them on my page.
Yeah, they're on his Facebook page. He got kicked off his Instagram because Mark's needs to eat a Snickers, so Mark's got issues. So he's got his Facebook page, but his information is down on the flyer. It's just Keith Bobby on Facebook.
okay.
But he
Yeah,
does
yeah.
cartoon. He does cartoon logos and anything to get your business out there. Anything you need for graphic design to get your business going, he got you.
Well, that's really cool. When did you get into that?
Yeah,
I'm
I do
streaming.
any types.
Oh, it's a shame we got the
Huh?
lag on.
When did you get into that? Yeah.
What you saying? Oh, since 2020.
Oh, okay.
2020. Okay. You've been at it for a couple of years now. Did you draw your whole life, or is that just taking it professionally?
Yeah, I do any type of different type of drawing. I do logo, album cover, animated video, family portraits, any types of artwork. I mean, that is my work. I'm a professional.
Okay. Mostly graphic, and you said you do pencil,
Huh?
pen. You do a pencil and pen and all that.
Yeah.
Cool. My brother
Yeah.
must have drawn some of that too. How we doing, Kimberly?
I don't say anything. I
What you
don't know.
saying?
We had a couple other guests coming on there, but what's your favorite type of stuff to draw? Is it animals, art, nature, or what would be your favorite?
Elephant.
Elephants.
Yeah, a lot
Yeah.
going on. A lot of different angles you can get to.
They're
Elephants are
peaceful
really cool.
creatures. They're
Yeah.
peaceful creatures. Elephants are very peaceful.
Yeah.
They say elephant brings luck, right?
As long as it's not a bull
Sure.
elephant in mating season. Oh no. I heard they're pretty mean.
Guys,
Just a little.
what I want you guys to do for me. Are you hearing me? Are you hearing me?
It just goes in and out. We
Huh?
can hear you, but it goes in and out. There's a little lag.
Okay.
So we're only getting every other word you're saying, kinda.
So what time is it over there?
It's already 10 o'clock.
Okay.
10:10.
10:10.
Yeah.
Okay, a couple hours later than that. That's only about 8 o'clock here. Oh yeah, you jumped on the podcast with Dum Dum.
Yeah.
So
He didn't know that. I didn't tell him what time. I just told him right now.
But what I just need from you guys is to help me to boost my work.
Of course.
oh no, you get an
You
automatic
understand?
follow for me for sure.
Yeah, of course.
For me.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And we're
Thanks, I
having
really appreciate it.
artists from here and everywhere. It's the People's Podcast.
There's feedback. You gotta turn it
As
down.
you can see,
gotta,
I'm not a scammer.
feedback. You gotta turn it down.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate you
It's been a
guys.
rough one, folks. Hang in there. This is a sitting in there. So.
You're watching it while it's being live.
You're watching it while it's being live.
It causes feedback.
It causes feedback.
Okay. I'm having poor connection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My network, my connection is not stable.
No. But you put some of your work out there and we'll share it.
But put some of your work out there and we'll share it. Yep.
Huh?
Yep. Put your link tree in the comments. Any of that?
What are you
Yep.
saying?
Put your link tree in the comments. Any of that?
I don't really hear what you're saying.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
It's okay. We'll take care.
We're gonna share your work.
No, it's okay. It's okay. We're gonna share your work. Don't lag.
Oh, it's not
If you have to go, it's okay.
If you have to go, it's okay.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome.
We gotcha. Thank you so much for coming on, Keith.
You're welcome.
We gotcha. Thank you so much for coming on, Keith.
Thanks. I really appreciate it.
Okay.
Okay. Well, what a nice guy.
He doesn't know how to leave either.
No, and I don't know. This stuff's really confusing. I'm always going to help for people who are older.
Well, the thing is, it's different when you're in another country of the leg and stuff. But he does a lot of good things. He does a lot of nice designs and stuff, and he's really artistic. And I want to help everybody, no matter what country they're from.
Oh yeah, I bet. Yeah, so I wanted to ask him a little bit more about his art and stuff. It was just kind of impossible to get.
Yeah, when you're from another country, the leg is so terrible. Because I had my friend Kalichi on here, and I couldn't really do a podcast with him because the leg was so terrible, and it's because it's overseas. They're in another country.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then the other guy is not responding or calling or commenting or anything, letting us know what's up. The one that was for sure able to get on because he had his own link.
Well, I am. You know what? These things happen. I'm really happy
it's
to be
okay.
here either way. You know,
it's okay. So
I was gonna say this is a fun fact. I made this little guy. It's not packed full of weed. No, actually, a little bit of tobacco and weed. But I actually made that. Isn't that fun?
It's cute.
I do little art things too. No.
You should make me one. It's super cute.
I was making Gandalf ones with my dad. We were steam bending them. Actually, they're really freaking cool. They're called church warden pipes.
You know what I've noticed though? I want to talk about our podcast being called Love Perfectly.
Yes, let's do that.
So when I said love perfectly, it's about loving yourself, right? We talked about that before. That's through conditions. That's through all your flaws and regardless of what's going on around you. Always show love. Always show love for others. Always show love for yourself first. To love yourself correctly means that you are willing to accept everyone, including their flaws, without calling them flaws upon them. Not causing judgment in agreements upon other. Seeing people with discernment.
I feel you there. I feel, you know what, when I'm sitting here, this is a rough day today too, and it's those little things, and like throughout that storm, I'm just like, what is gonna like anchor me? I'm like, you know what, podcast. I always got something good to do on a Thursday with a good friend, and whether the people blank out or not, and that was awesome, and I feel much better.
But we're gonna talk about it, loving yourself, because it's this world right now. We're gonna go through this vortex. It's going through a shift right now, and people may not see it or be aware of it.
Well, I guess what I was saying is I love myself enough to be here. People don't love themselves, or they just follow the message, whatever that message is they're following lately. Everyone's so closed off. Seems like every time I talk to anybody, whoever it is, it's a good time now. Unless it's on Facebook in the comment section.
Well, I reached out a couple people and asked them if they could come on real quick because I just got told, and I get it. I get it. It's not no one's fault. Things happen. But I just got told about him having to work over and he couldn't get out. So that's okay because he probably didn't know.
For sure.
So, nonetheless, things happen. I'm not feeling no type of way. I reached out and tried to get other people on to recover, to replace it and whatnot. And this is what happens when you constantly try to do something on a consecutive base. When I reached out to people, they said they're not feeling it right now because they're not feeling like talking to people, because they're not feeling like being around people, because they're not feeling like being seen. I can relate to that.
Isolating.
Not even just isolating. I can respect the fact that this world feels heavy right now.
It does. It really does.
And that's only because we got that shift coming up. I'm telling you, there's a universal change coming, a shift. And it's the war from good and evil. It's going to start shortly. It's already been going on. And everybody can feel the heaviness, and everybody's quick-tempered, snappy.
Yeah, I myself don't really know what to do with all the information. And I usually got some kind of plan. You know, it's really wild. Everyone's really, really angry.
So out of all the podcasts, we get shared tonight by Joe to Antisocial Network. I know he's supporting because we support him. It's just that this is the one to share, the one that nobody's on.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate the support. I really, honestly do. It's from the bottom of my heart. I love you, and I respect and have much respect and love for you.
That's the love I'm talking. What did you do to love yourself today, Kimberly?
I wrote myself a poem.
You did, didn't you? I heard about that.
I did. I shared it with you. But so the thing about the thing, it's not about releasing to the universe, because I don't really honestly care what others think. It's about loving me enough to know that I deserve to be heard, even if nobody's listening to me.
Yeah,
I deserve to be heard. And I watched something, and it hit so deep, so deep. I watched something, and I don't think I could play it because I'm recording off of this phone. But this young man, and it's a true story. This young man, oh my, it says what time, what year, and everything. But anyways, he went and told his dad he loved him no matter what. I love you. His dad said, "Okay, I love you too, son." He left. He walked up and down, I think it was like the Golden Gate Bridge or something, but he walked up and down that bridge for 45 minutes waiting for someone to stop him and ask him if he's okay. Nobody stopped him, asked him if he was okay, and he jumped. As he jumped, he regretted it. As soon as he jumped, he regretted it and was like, I wish I didn't do this. He broke all his bones in his back. So he couldn't,
water like that's like concrete.
So he really couldn't swim up, but he used his arms to push up. But the salt water kept pushing him back down. Okay? So all of a sudden, he looked around and felt himself floating. He thought it was a shark, so he started punching because he felt something by him. And then he saw himself floating. A sea, one of those sea, what are they, sea wells or sea, the seals.
Yeah.
They saved him. A seal saved him until the Coast Guard came and pulled him out.
What a good sea puppy.
That's what they're called, sea puppies. But anyway, so
I don't know if they actually are, but
no, they really are. They are on everything I love. You're right. That's exactly what
sea
they are.
puppers is the correct term.
Something like that. But anyhow, so it saved him. So you know what I'm trying to say. The whole point of the story is, and now he loves life to the fullest. And every time he feels sad and wants to talk about it, he talks about it. He don't care if anybody listens. He releases, because bottling up causes more pain.
Yeah.
And I said all that to say this, that no matter what, though, even if you think nobody's listening, somebody will hear you, because if you have a purpose, you have an angel.
Yeah, that really is it. And I think that's why a lot of artists and stuff, that's how they let go. People who suffer and stuff, they do art, they write poems, they write music, they sing, smash drums, I don't know. all kinds of stuff to let that go in a positive way. There's positive things we can do. What are negative things? Probably drinking, drugs, really isolating. Just, we've all been there, I'm sure, making bad decisions. It's easier to make bad
Beating
decisions than it is
ourselves
to
up
get up and run a mile.
because we end up beating ourselves up.
Yeah, and that's a bad trap to get caught in.
Yeah. Every time I'm feeling some type of way, I only have a handful of go-to people that I love in my life that are my circle. I got people that I call my friends and whatnot. Maybe I can count on, maybe I can't. I don't know. I'm not even going there with that. But what I'm trying to say is there's a select few though that I know I can vent to that will not use it against me.
We call them ride or die motherfuckers.
Right,
You know
I
what
have
I'm
a
saying?
couple.
No, it makes sense. I always say that. Like, I got problems with certain people. We all fight and butt heads sometimes to some of the personal people I have, but those ride or die people, like, I count on them. I guess
Yeah,
that's important. Even celebrating each other's differences. It is.
it is. It really honestly is. And like, I can sit here and I can be mad because somebody had to work. I can be mad because the other person doesn't show up. I can be mad that I find out at the last minute nobody wants to come and support, but everybody's on. But then I can sit and think that everything happens for a reason. And why sit and be mad about something that's just going to make me age and heavier when I get to see your face
I know. I'm
and the
looking to see
people that need to hear me. And the people that need to hear me will hear me. So my message will be heard regardless. And I had Joe shared it.
Yeah, and I got a friend watching. Hello there, Benny. How's it going?
If he's still watching, he might have left. No, we got Henry over there saying hi from YouTube.
That's cool. Yeah, I'm broadcasting to YouTube. Oh my goodness. I'm actually starting to figure some of this technology thing out.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. You're getting out of your comfort zone of not knowing and saying, I'm going to keep doing this until I figure it out.
I'll be doing all kinds of things when I'm 80. But you know what? It'll be worth it. No. I'm dumb with technology. And when I say I'm dumb, I mean, like dumb. I'm not good at it. But that's okay. I'm celebrating my handicap about it.
That's right. And you're figuring stuff out. You're figuring stuff out left and right. And I'm proud of you for that. For real.
I can build a friggin' pipe and sit here and smoke like raw tobacco.
And you could take your amp apart and figure it out. And you synced up all your different platforms to this.
I did. Yeah.
You did. Mm-hmm. So, what did you do today to love yourself?
Oh no. Actually, I did work on quite a bit of music. I've been pretty productive, I guess. I'm just learning stuff online and shit. I'm making reels and stuff. Apparently, that's what you got to do.
I'm proud of you though for a lot of things, from smoking that pipe to making that pipe to just being on here.
My dad showed me how to make the damn things. This one sucks because I made it, but it's okay. It's pretty sweet.
I'd want one. I'd want one from you. I would, and I would cherish it forever and use it.
I have quite a few of these, and we went to Harbor Freight, and a lot of people it's hit or miss with Harbor Freight, but I can attest that their mill lathe combination, at least the one I bought back in the day, pretty darn sweet. Relatively, I think it was around the $2,000 mark. Damn good tool. And you can make all kinds of shit on it. It really is sweet.
What was it? What was it again?
It's a mill and a lathe. Like it goes
up
and down.
No, I want one so bad.
It's really, really sweet. Multiple kind of chucks, all kinds of shit for it. Oh wow, it's really sweet. And that's what we started building these things on. What else? All kinds of shit we were building on it. We were turning table legs and stuff and all kinds of stuff. Really sweet. I used to do all kinds of stuff.
So you know what the hardest thing? You know what the hardest thing for me, Henry, in life was learn to love myself.
I feel that.
Seriously, I always thought there was something wrong with me, that I was too big or my shoulders were too big, or my thighs were too big, or I was too tall, or I talked too much, or all the agreements that everybody around me put upon me. And then as I got older and I evolved, I realized only hurt people hurt people.
Yeah, it's lashing out. There's a reason we reciprocate the grief that's put on us, for whatever reason.
To feel better from yourself. You feel that if you put somebody else down and make them, you'd feel better for you. And that's weird, but that's how that is. That's how a lot of people see it. They they hurt people so that they can feel better
Sure.
because they
Well,
know they're not alone.
yeah, there's a whole like myriad of reasons why people do it. Some people are just psychopaths and control freaks. Some people don't feel anything. You know, they're sociopaths and they just do it just mechanically. And some people just do it by accident. You know, I don't know. It's weird. People are weird, aren't they?
People are definitely different. I want to read my little poem that I wrote today. And the reason for reading it is because I can, for one, and for two, I want to reflect on it's for, because I'm not mourning. I'm not crying over a loss of. I don't wish nothing was different. I'm not grieving of any kind.
That's
So
okay. You write about whatever you want.
I'm just really not. I'm not. So it's called "We Aren't the Same." You already have another, and it seems though I'm easy to replace. I'm not looking for another until I become comfortable in my space. We're not the same. I may be the problem, so I'm working on me. You may be the problem, so you replaced me. We are not the same. I find comfort alone with my thoughts. You find comfort in someone else's arms. As long as you're happy, I'm happy for you too. Or two, both of you. We aren't the same. For I am one and I am done. We aren't the same. I'm healing me before I move on to another. You don't see the problem with you and run right into another. We aren't the same. I'm not hurting now nor blaming you for anything I've allowed. You reflected and ignored me and trying to tell me, or when while I was trying to tell you my feelings. We're not the same. I've learned a lesson by being with you, and peace now is what I've gained. You said you shouldn't have mixed business with pleasure, yet pleasure is all it was before there was business, anyways. Before the business came, we are not the same. Now, for the fact that I wrote that, not because I'm mad at anybody or saying that this person's no good for me, saying that their energy and my energy matched only for a moment of a lesson to learn. And once I learned that lesson, it was time for me to release myself and apologize to that person, apologize to myself for going through that, because the agreements that were put upon me weren't mine, and I shouldn't have took those. So people have to realize you will never find you in someone else. You just have to keep finding you. And once you find you, it doesn't matter who's around you to support that, because you're happy because you found you.
I think people will reflect that. Like the right people will reflect that.
And that's
Yeah.
loving yourself perfectly is. Even though you accept things, and even though you allow things, and even though you go through things, you still have to love yourself because you grow through things and you're mindful of yourself and because you're healing.
Yeah, something that stands in the way of loving yourself quite a bit is time traveling for a lot of people. And that's either going backward or forward, worrying about the future, really dwelling on the things of the past. I was talking to a friend today earlier about stupid things that happen. I remember, and what I brought up was this girl passed me a note in third grade. It says, "Henry, I want to go out." What? No way, I wasn't ready for that. And I got the note, and I'm like, no way she can mean me, and I passed it on or something stupid, and then it became a big pariah, and the whole class learned about that. And, everybody was laughing and shit, and we never went out, but I never forgot about it either. And I used to kind of use that as a crutch to allow myself to be like, you know what, you're stupid then, and you're stupid now. So remember that about yourself. And once I kind of caught that kind of thinking out of my path and started laughing at the event that happened, like it was so minuscule. But it's true, these events shape you, and it's not full on like PTSD or something, but those memories stick with you, and they can cause a lot of problems and insecurities. And it's really good to try and address those things. I guess that was a good step towards learning to love myself.
Yeah. Good job. Good job. And you know what people need to do is start realizing maybe this was meant for the antisocial network out of all places. Maybe it was meant for that. Because to make people antisocial is because of social. Social makes it people antisocial. Because when you do put yourself out, you get laughed at, or you get made fun of, or ridiculed. So a lot of people hold themselves back, and they and they guard their heart, and they harden it, and they allow this world to affect them and mold them into who they are today because of everything they've gone through. And I will never do that, but I know a lot of people do that. And the thing is, I want them to realize that nothing happens to you, everything happens for you. And you agreed to this before you came here for a reason, because it was a lesson you must learn.
Yeah. It's people.
You chose this path. This path wasn't chosen for you. You chose this path. Every single thing in your path that you do not like, you chose it. The stars were written before you were born. You signed the agreement and said, yes, let's do this.
Well, regardless of that, sometimes it's okay to be upset. It's bad to be fatalistic, to taking being upset to the extreme.
Yeah.
I think I mentioned this before. I think something really important in that aspect is I keep seeing people bitching about like little minuscule things around them. It's, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta do this. And I'm just like, someone looks at me, I go, I get to do this.
Yeah.
I get to do this. I get to, oh, what do you mean? I grew up without a sink. I had to do dishes in a bathtub. When I see a sink with running water and a spraying hose, oh my goodness, I get to do dishes. If people could like look at the positives of life, like menial things, and then I see kids who are really all about doing chores, and I see kids who aren't all about doing chores, and it's all reflective in kind of their parents and the way their garbage at their house looks and stuff. I used to throw trash. It tells you a lot about a motherfucker. Let me tell you. Respect. There's respect. Nice kids, like teaching kids good values and breeding good adults with morals and values, and that just gives well-adjusted, happy things. Like people who say, "Hurry up and get the fucking garbage out," screaming at their kids. I hear all the time around me. You're not setting positive examples for how to get things done. And I don't care if you're a man, a woman, a they or them or anything. Everybody can just do things good, well, better, just like without being mad and screaming about it. It doesn't matter. Like, quit harping on people and screaming at people about doing tasks, and just be like, it's fun to do the trash. It's fun to stay clean. I get to do these things because I get to be human and do human things. And I don't know, I get frustrated with shit. I'm so happy when I get to do chores and shit sometimes.
People take a lot of things for granted until they lose them things, and then they realize how lucky they were to have those things. And as humans in this temporary time, in a temporary shell of a temporary skin, I watched Believe Me Not, one of his things, and he said a quote that someone once said, and that helped him get through so much, was that I am nobody. And it made so much sense to me, because we aren't anybody. All we are is energy beings. All we are is atoms and protons and neutrons. We aren't nobody. We are nobody of this flesh. We're nobody inside of here. We're bigger than that.
We are. It's the brain and the things we leave, the imprint on the earth. The amoebas don't do that, you know. I mean, they make up single cellular organisms, do a lot on this planet for us, but you're not going to hear them writing, you know, or doing Dixie Chicks covers or some shit like that. Like, that's reserved for us. We're the art species, even if we're not human or not. So
But
that's kind of
I
really.
think it's deeper than that, though.
It is deeper.
Say that we aren't nobody. I think it's deeper.
Than nobody.
It's deeper than that.
But we're really.
It's the fact that people have an ego. They have an ego.
We have an ego, yeah. There's a lot
And
going
they
on
think
there. We are somebody to
people
ourselves.
do.
We're always somebody to ourselves.
No, you're not, though.
You don't think
That's
so?
the thing. No, you're not, though. Because the thing is, what you're experiencing right now is not what you're going to be experiencing forever. And it's not who you really are. It's just the situation you're in at the moment. It's extremely deep. 1 second.
I think you can spank somebody. I do like philosophical debates about that, but at the same time, I kind of like sunrises and just gardening and walking around barefoot in a garden, because I don't walk around barefoot ever, but I will on rare occasions. I like being connected like that. I've been delving into and you know what? Believe me, not I've been feeling that guy's videos lately. Actually, I've been hopping on there and checking them out, and you know what? Can't hate the guy for making sense.
It makes a lot of sense.
No, yeah, totally cool, and I was happy to have him on too. But everything's been a weird. I don't know. It's impossible not to be red pilled today, right?
Kind of for some. But if you look deeper into the fact that I am nobody, that means that you don't exist. That doesn't mean that you aren't something to someone. It doesn't mean that you ain't shit. You got to look deeper into that. Stop. What people do is they just hear something quick and they go off of it. They don't really sit and analyze. The attention span is so short in this world that nobody really looks into what someone's saying.
I have ADHD.
I do too. Everybody thinks they know what's happening. Everybody thinks they know what the next person's going to say, but really, do you really? Are you really in their thoughts? Do you really feel their words that come out their mouth, or are you just hearing it to say something?
I get ADHD tongue tied up and shit. And usually I have good points to make, but if you look through a telescope at like Mercury or something, you can look at that planet and immediately know, I don't know shit. You know, you can learn about that planet from here right now, but there's so much going on. I think the concept of what's really going on is maybe achieved closely by some real smart people, but there's no way. You're never going to find out anything unless some kind of, I'm not getting that hypothetical. There's a lot going on. We are very small in comparison to everything that is going on. But that is obviously not a negative way to look at yourself. Maybe you are nobody in the grand scheme of things, but even a nobody can achieve things.
But that's not even what I'm saying. It's deeper than that. See, that's what I'm trying to say. You look deeper than the fact of the word of nobody. Because you're not a body. You're not this body.
I am for now.
You are nobody.
Well,
you get it now? Look deeper into the word. I'm not saying that you're not nobody. You're nobody.
Well,
this is not us. We are not this body.
Are you saying, yeah, like you're more, I am, of course, more than just a chassis. And that's why that's why I was saying art is important, because long after I'm dead, my art's going to be here.
For sure, for sure. But not only just your art, the energy you left behind.
Well, yeah, you can't get rid of it.
Imprint into this world by being here.
No, I'm.
But if people remove themselves from their ego and realize this flesh that we're in right now, this carbon skin structure is not us, this world would be a lot better off. Because people think that they could take something with them when they go. I'm going to save all my money so that no one else can have any, so that I can die rich.
Yeah, coveting is really bad. I mean, there's a select few people out there who could make a big difference if they would just do something about it. And then there's me. I'm pretty happy eating dandelion roots and shit. And I'm like, where can I go find a nice place to go farm for the rest of my life? Because I'm tired of this shit.
I don't think anybody really sees how I see things. I know perception's key and everybody creates their own reality, but sometimes I feel like I'm lost in my thoughts and no one really gets it because I see things differently than a lot.
I think you are absolutely wild, and I like that about you. And I don't see the world the way, I don't think anybody sees the world the way I do. I don't even feel human, so I get it. And that's not an insult to anybody. I know a lot of people who kind of do feel like me, but they're not located within a 40-mile radius of me, so it's pretty much relegated to my phone, people.
And then when I told somebody the other night, I said I'm not human. They said, "I know you're an alien." I'm not an alien. Like I never once said I was an alien either. For me to say I'm not human doesn't mean that I think I'm an alien.
No,
I'm not human because I'm an energy. I'm an energy being.
Somebody called you a hippie though, and you're like, I agreed to this.
I will accept that.
Finally somebody said something, and you're just like, yeah, okay, I can roll with that. And I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. I'm a hippie too, I guess.
I can take it. It was Melody. Melody calls me a hippie. He calls me a hippie, and I can receive that. I will accept that.
Take it, honey. Take it. It's good.
Hippies are good. First, I will take that.
Hippies are good. It's not.
But at the end of the day, I don't even feel that I'm a human, so it doesn't matter. I don't think I'm an alien. Please don't think that I think I'm crazy. I'm an alien or all this other stuff.
Well, there's a lot of talk of that right now.
For sure.
When
Jabril comes on, we're gonna speak on that for real. So
I messaged that man earlier, and I said I was watching your video, and my phone cut out. I'm like, congratulations, you're part of the team.
Yes.
And then our phones cut. No. It did though. It did. I couldn't get through the money.
And the person was like, I can't come on your podcast because I'm gonna get banded. I said, well, we get banded all the time.
All the time, man.
This is a place for you.
I always got that thing on now in the background.
This isn't going to be a long one, that's for sure, because no one's really coming on. So I'm saddened though. What I don't appreciate is a no call, no show, no nothing. I guess, and I was feeling some type of way when the young man with the makes the things. I don't want to say his name because there's nothing wrong with him. But when he told me last minute that he's not coming on because he's been up all night at his buddy's house, and it was 15 minutes before, and I was like, so that made me feel some type of way because I treat this respectfully because I have respect for the people that watch this. I have respect for myself to stay committed to continue doing this regardless. So I would like that same respect because I give that a lot. I share people's stuff all the time and support every single person. I don't want that back in return because that is not why I do this. Give me some form of respect, though, to at least let me know that you're not going to be able to come on. Because I can do nothing about it because I don't worry about the wrong things and I won't be mad. I'm telling you, it's going to take a lot for someone to get me mad.
Mm-hmm.
My peace.
I'm getting mad at this leg.
I don't get mad. It's not an energy that it's not what I want inside of me. Anything heavy ages you, and I'm trying to reverse that. Not to reverse aging because I don't want to be here forever. To reverse killing myself. That's all it is. I watch what I put inside my body. I watch what I take out of me because I care about me. Has nothing to do with this flesh. Somebody I loved dearly, like Ray. Ray was my Uber driver, and he was my last roommate. Ray has Zeke, so my ex roommate Ray. Love him. Zeke, anyhow, Zeke, my Doberman. So man, I totally forgot the point I was making.
That's okay. It's the ADHD in us.
Yeah.
You really threw me at the end there. You started talking about the Dobie and everything, and I got.
Yeah.
You were talking about you were.
I was gonna say.
You're a professional. We take our podcast very seriously, and make sure if you come on, try not to no call, no show, no relevance.
No, that don't know. That's okay though. That's
No
okay
one-
though, because the thing is, what I realized, I don't worry about the wrong things. I can't be mad by that. I will not allow that to affect me. If you don't want to come on, please don't. If you feel like you just don't want to show up, then please don't. I don't care about that. I cannot control that. One thing I've learned, man, I'm so grateful for learning this too, is to only worry about what you can control,
Yeah.
which is yourself.
Everybody
Everything
talks
else is
about
out of your control.
everybody talks about little parts of the Serenity Prayer all the time, whether they're in AA or NA or not. People are always bringing up the parts that, accepting the things you cannot change,
Yeah.
doing only what you can and shit. And it makes sense. Another condensed form of that is it is what it is. I like that too. It's really fun. But, and it doesn't, we had a good podcast about, I think, talking about loving ourselves perfectly.
I think that everything happens for a reason, and I don't worry about the wrong things at all. I cannot undo that. Only thing I can do is control myself. So whether I want to be heavy, then I will allow heavy in. But since I want to be free and light, I'm gonna see everything with rainbows and butterflies and fa la la shit, because that's what I want.
Sure.
And I don't care what anybody says. Anybody.
No, that's good. I
'Cause I
guess it's
love
remaining prepared and cautionary too, I guess. It's like
of
looking
what?
both ways before you cross the street, you know what I mean? Like
I have no fear though. And I
I'm
don't mean it to say that I think I'm bulletproof and nothing will happen to me.
right, that's
I
what I
have
mean.
a purpose though.
Right.
And I'm not afraid. What's meant to happen shall happen. This is written already. So why would I worry about it? This has already been written. I'm just in a play.
Mm-hmm.
It's already been written out. I'm not the director of it. I'm just playing my role.
I think you do well, Kimberly.
Oh, of course, I'm not worried about me. I'm saying in general with people, though. I want people to realize that if they're dwelling on the wrong things in life, then the wrong things in life are going to keep coming to them.
Do you feel like materializing things is a big thing? Like if you dwell on something or think about something bad happening, that you're going to make it happen.
Yes, I do believe that.
I do believe that too. I think I've been
It's the
testing that
energy.
theory a long time.
It's the energy. It's the natural feed of energy.
Yeah. There is that, I felt that was a good little tie in there. Like, try not to manifest things.
I used to say the dumbest things when I was younger. Before I became who I am today, and I appreciate everything about me. I used to say the dumbest things like, I used to say, when I start talking about a relationship and saying how happy I am, that's when something bad happens.
Yeah. So you're thinking like, that's a mentality I've had for years. Is looking over your shoulder mentality. Like, oh, something good's happening. Uh-oh. I'm just waiting for a sniper shot to ring out and I just hit the ground and fucking land there. Like, that's what I'm waiting for. It's fear of failure and fear of success. I bring those up all the time because they're
It's a fear of love.
The fear of fear.
The fear of love? Oh, hi, grandson. So grandson said last night, speaking of grandson said last night, Jima, that as a child, you still can have your third eye open.
Oh, shit.
I said, of course, grandson. Yours is open. And he said, I know. And I said, because you've been here before. And he says, I know. So, grandson.
He's a good kid. Hey, fam. How's it going?
Oh.
Do good.
Grandson's a very, very, very special soul. He has a very special soul. Love you, grandson. Very special soul. And to know that he's been here before is special to me, because what's going to save this world is our youth.
Yeah. I think a lot of people don't have any faith in the youth anymore. And I guess some of them give them that reason. But I see a lot of smart kids too. I mean, smart is smart. I can't imagine what it's like being in school right now. I tell you this, I screwed up in school bad. I had like weed and pipes and all kinds of shit in my locker. There's weed pens and e-cigarettes and all this shit now. I just can't imagine what it's like. There must be a zoo in there. I was trading Pokemon cards. Well, for a minute. I got into high school.
I want the youth to know. You know what you got to pass on, though? If you have to pass on anything from this podcast tonight, especially since grandson is watching, I want him to know that he's beautiful and amazing, no matter what anybody thinks of him.
For sure.
Never, ever try. He said, "Oh, thank you." Never, ever try to be somebody you're not. Stay humble and kind. That's one thing I taught him to be, is humble and kind. And he's doing it so well. He's going on 10. So he's been humble and kind for almost 10 years straight, and I'm proud of him. Continue being humble and kind, grandson, because his heart is so huge, and he lives through his heart, and that's a great trait to have.
That is good. I always got positive stuff to say to the kids, like, you know.
He said, "Okay,
learn those trades that they're not teaching you in school. Learn something." No, look, I'm a weird person, and I guess to some people, because I like makeup and I wear all this cute shit, but I'll build you a workbench and I'll build things on the workbench. Okay, I can fix stuff. I can change my oil and shit. You can be cute. You can be whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. Be whatever you want. But be prepared. Be ready to take care of business and explain yourself and read and think for yourself. If you want to wear something,
be mindful of your actions.
Yes, don't hurt other people.
Don't walk around here. Yeah, don't walk around here like you're better than anybody. Because you're not. No. Nobody's anybody. Nobody matters, really.
No, this is so important. If you see memes and shit and you see shit on the internet stuff, I'm sorry, people are going to swear around you. Don't swear. Swear around people who like swearing. It's okay. You know, just be good. Have etiquette. I don't see kids with etiquette anymore. Just paying attention and reading is really so important. And just formulating your own opinion. If you see a meme or something, research it. Research it. Do your own research. Check several credible sources. Just, you know what I mean? Just be good. You know, you don't have to fight people either who are against you. People who are not on your side on some kind of topic or anything, you can still talk candidly. Learn how to talk candidly with people. I mean, there's so many things just to get along. You don't have to be a mean bully, and you don't have to be a weakling.
Grandson, always stay humble and kind. That's
stay
all
humble
I
and
want.
Kind too.
That's all I want. Always stay humble and kind. Because if you're mindful of yourself, grandson, you'll be mindful of others. You have to be respectful, though. So when someone's speaking, you have to listen because you want to be heard. However you want to be treated is exactly how you have to treat someone else. Only because you want that in return. Not because it's the law. Not because you'll feel better at the end of the day. Not because of anything except for every action is a reaction. It's called karmic energy. It's natural. So what you put out is what you get in return, for real, for real.
It is too. And what did I figure out in school was all these things like yes sir, no ma'am, and being nice and respectful to people. People kind of made you feel like you're dorky for doing it. And the things they made you feel dorky for in school are just nice character traits, at least where I grew up. So let that crap go. Be the nice person who holds the door for people and who people can call on for something.
Just treat somebody the way you want to be treated.
Yeah.
If you want someone to slam the door in your face, then slam it in someone's face. If you want to be grumpy all day, then be grumpy all day. However you want to continue being in life, remember, always treat people the way you want to be treated, because that's how you're going to get in return.
Yep. Consequences.
These hurt people are hurting people. Hurt people for real, for real. People that love themselves and are mindful of themselves are going to be loving and mindful of others. I can't go around saying that I'm a vessel of love from the Most High, and then I'm mad because someone didn't show up on my podcast, Henry. I can't go around saying that I am beautiful inside and out, or I am blessed and highly favored, if I'm constantly complaining and I get upset because someone didn't want to speak to me. People put themselves in a position they want to be in someone's life, and I'm okay with being with me. I'm not mad. I can't be. I won't feel that inside of me. My soul won't allow it. It doesn't happen to me. I do not talk about the
No.
wrong things.
The podcast goes on. It's almost 9 o'clock. We did an hour podcast. We just knocked out. We covered a whole bunch of cool stuff.
So Digity, by the way, 7. Diggs, by the way, 7. I don't know who that is. From Twitch. They said, what's up? What's up, my Twitch family?
What's up, Twitch fam?
But
I don't know
anyways,
if I barely know how to use Twitch. Apparently, I can do music stuff on it. I didn't know.
yeah, you
I thought
can.
it was just a video game bulk.
No, it's for a lot of things. So Henry, we're kind of dressed similar a little bit with our shirts.
What's that?
We're dressed similar with our shirts.
Oh yeah, that's a cut off shitty age shirt, whatever muscle
Well,
shirt.
I like my shirt though, but like,
And
yeah.
I got these leggings on, which are dope, and they got skulls on them, and I got my diva
Mine's
slippers.
black.
And I fucking
Mine's
love 'em.
black. I got leggings too.
I do wear all black usually, but I don't know. I've been dressing more colorful lately.
I got
Just
my
a mix
beautiful,
color.
This is
Yeah,
probably
from
why I
Grandmaster
feel so loved,
Boutique.
because Grandmaster Boutique.
Yep, good shit.
So I want to shout out though. I want to shout out to Grandmaster Boutique. I want to shout out to Gina with Divine Order. If you are going through something, trauma survivor or domestic abuse, you're not alone. She doesn't offer counseling, but she can give you the resources. She offers the resources that you may be looking for, that you may not know where to go. So hit her up and she will help you find what you're looking for. And if not, she knows somebody that will know somebody, because she knows a lot of somebodies, because she's somebody special. So hit up Gina Adams with Divine Order, and then Henry helps people with abuse of alcohol or drug abuse. If you are wanting recovery and you would like to know where you can go to get it, he can help you find it. He doesn't know it all, but he will help you in the direction of going where to look for it.
It's really hard out there if you're suffering from something, and just even someone trying to give you a hand with some of those stuff, looking up a meeting for you or something.
Yeah.
It can make all the difference. They're not going to make it easy for you either if you're in trouble. So, yep, no judgment. Love everybody. Everybody deserves a chance.
And if you want beats, go to Sub to Pro 313. That's my guy, my life partner, Joe Villa. He does beats. So it's Sub to Pro 313. You can search him anywhere. You don't even have to add the 313 on certain platforms. Just search Sub the Pro. SUBDAP.R.O. Sub to Pro. One heck of a beat maker. Promise you, one heck of a beat maker, and he's one heck of an artist, and one heck of an artist.
Yes, yeah, it was really good watching it. Love Trade, that was awesome. If you
very
watch,
intelligent, very intelligent. He's just one of the smartest men I know.
I've only interacted with him a few times, once or twice. No, real great guy. I like
Great
him.
guy. So, and then next week we're going to have our people come on. So my artist tried calling me, but that's okay. I'll call him back in a minute. So my artist is Ambien.
That's right.
That's my artist. So I'm gonna let him know that I'm getting off the podcast.
Yeah, that's right. I gotta hit him
So
up.
I love everybody and I appreciate you. We are the People's Podcast, and if you want to get heard or just listen to, come on. Everybody is somebody to somebody. If you're not, then you're nobody to nothing. So it doesn't matter at the end of the day, because I prefer to be a nobody because I'm not in this body. So may your night be full of positive energy and high vibrations, and we're not alone. Peace and love, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Ashe.
Yeah, Ashe, I like.